Do you have $21,000 to spend on a gaming PC and setup? If you do, then this is the video for you. How's it going, everybody? My name is Matt, and today I am bringing you the ultimate gaming PC coming in at a whopping $21,000. Now before we start, let's get one thing straight. If somebody gave me $21,000 on the street right now, I would not spend it on this. There are a lot of other options like investing or college. But if somebody gave me $21,000 to spend on a gaming PC setup, this is probably what I would spend it on. So let's get into the build. So let's start off with the CPU. We're going with the Intel Core i7-4960X. This is really the top of the line when it comes to processors. Without getting into the Xeon range, which is like high-grade server processors, this is the most you can get for the money in a gaming PC. It's a 6-core processor, but due to Intel hyper-threading, it's going to come in at 12 threads, has a 4.0 GHz turbo speed, and it comes in at $1,000, so it's definitely a lot of money. With a CPU that fast, you're going to need a pretty good cooler. We're going to pick up a SWIFTECH H220. Now this thing is the best of the best when it comes to consumer-grade coolers. It's an all-in-one water cooler, and it's completely expandable, so if you want to add a radiator or add your video cards to the loop, you can do that later on. It comes in at $150, so it's pretty cheap compared to other parts. So speaking of overclocking, for a good motherboard, we are going with the Asus Rampage 4 Extreme. Now not only does it have a pretty sick color scheme with a black and red, PCB and heat sinks, but it's also got extreme overclocking capabilities, and it supports 4-way SLI, which we will be taking advantage of. It comes in at $415. For the RAM, we're going with 2 kits of 32GB Corsair Vengeance RAM. Now this is not only 64GB of RAM, this is 64GB of 2133 MHz RAM. That's pretty fast. We're getting this much so we can make a RAM disk. What that basically is you take a portion of your RAM, say 40GB, and turn it into a storage drive. Not just any storage drive though, a very fast storage drive. We're talking 10 times an SSD speed. 64GB of this RAM will come in at $625 because of the increasing price of RAM, but we're not really saving pennies on this build, so why not? So for the storage, we're going with 3 Samsung Evo 1TB SSDs. So you're going to have a total of 3 TB of SSD space. These are top of the line SSDs right now. They're just recently released, and they have 500 plus reads and write speeds. They'll also last a really long time, and you're getting 3 TB of it. In total, it's coming in at $1,800 because they're $600 each, so that's a lot of money for some pretty insane storage. On to the video card, probably the most exciting part of this entire build. We are going with Quad SLI GTX Titans. Now these are alone the fastest GPU on the planet that you can buy, like a single GPU core. And we're getting 4 of them and running them in Quad SLI. This will come in at $4,300. That's $4,300 for all 4 of them, and it's some serious GPU power you're getting there. I don't usually include a sound card in my builds, but since we're spending this amount of money, you might as well get one. We're going to go with the Asus Zonar Phoebus. It comes in at $200, and it's good because it's Asus Zonar series. For the case, of course you can change this for your personal opinion, but I chose the CORSAIR 900D. Really the best of the best when it comes to water cooling and, regular cases. It looks super sleek, has a ton of features, amazing cable management, which I really like, and it comes in at $330. For the power supply, we're going with EVGA Supernova 1500 watt power supply. So what you're getting here is a 1500 watt power supply that is 80 plus gold certified and fully modular. That's really just an amazing lineup. It comes in at $450, so it's actually pretty expensive, but considering it's a lot of wattage with great efficiency and great features, it's probably worth it. For the OS, we're going with Windows 7 Ultimate. We're getting the Ultimate because we need to support the 64GB of RAM that we are getting. This will come in at $180, but you can feel free to change it out if you don't want to get Windows 7. For the monitors, this is my favorite part of this build. We're getting 3 Asus PQ321Q monitors. Now this is 3 4K monitors running in surround. That's pretty insane. Not only are they 4K, but they have pretty decent response times too. So each screen itself is 4 times 1080p, so you're ending up with like 12 times 1080p in surround. It comes in at $10,500. So that's like half the build's price just for the monitors, but it's pretty insane, and I would do a lot of things to be able to play on that. Now, for the keyboard, we're going with the Ducky 9008 Shine 2 keyboard. This is my personal favorite keyboard, but you know, you have your own. This one has white keycaps, a black base, white keycaps with blue LEDs that shine through them, and Cherry MX blue switches. Comes in at $140, but it's a really high quality keyboard that you won't have to replace for probably the next 10 years. For the mouse, we're going with the Myonix Naos 8200. This is another personal favorite peripheral. It's an 8200 DPI mouse, and it's extremely ergonomic. It's got like slots for each of your fingers. It looks really cool, and I really want to try it out. Maybe sometime I'll review it. It comes in at $90, so it's, you know, kind of expensive for a mouse, but we've got plenty of money to spend. We're really going the whole 9 yards here. For the speakers, we're getting AUDIOENGINE A5 Plus Studio Monitor speakers. All you need to know with these is you're getting some really nice speakers that will sound great, look great, and go really well with your new PC, and cost $400. Now for the headphones. This is actually important. Every good PC gamer should have a good pair of headphones to enjoy their gaming experience with. We're going with the Sennheiser HD 650 open back headphones. Now what an open back means is like a really airy, meshy design so you can like hear the outside environment. It's hard to explain, but basically it sounds like whatever's playing is in the room with you, and it's just a really cool experience. Of course, that does mean there will be sound leakage and sound leakage into your head, so it's not best for an environment filled with other people. This comes in at $500, so it's a very expensive set of headphones, but it's definitely worth it because it defines your experience with your games. So this build totals in at $21,000. If any of you want to give me $21,000 to build this, please be my guest. Email me, message me, I'll respond pretty quickly. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment. There goes my screens because I have recorded for too long. I hope you enjoyed. As always guys, I'll catch you next time.